Okay, I think we're good to go. Just gonna pause hardcore mode. So if you recall, at the end of the last stream, I actually got really close, only to discover my positioning was wrong. Admittedly, yeah, I'm a bit of an idiot. So, sorry, just clearing my throat. So, I know I can't practice the damned pause buffering because it's random, but I can practice the damn positioning. I could have practiced seeing how many frames there are, so I can know when I'm actually near the end, so I don't get my damn hopes up and lose my flipping fuse when I'm like 5 frames away and I think I barely didn't make it. Didn't know. Oh, hello, Meme Master 9000. Didn't know you streamed. I don't. This is just something different. Yeah, it's neat, though I'm not enjoying it all that much. Yeah, my fiance streams, and I join her for those, and I figured, well, she's not here, and I have this annoying chore to deal with, so may as well. So, my issue. Link's foot. His right foot needs to be on or to the right of this black line here. I don't know what the tolerance for this is. But okay, so I'm going to save... Yeah, I'm going to absolutely save state scum the heck out of this. I want softcore. This isn't cheating. Yeah, see? Not in hardcore mode. So, let's give it a go. The thing is, because it's luck, it's going to take a while for me to even get near the door. I can't cheat my way through this, unless maybe I use some crazy slow-mo. Ah, no, I'm not that familiar with RetroAchi's cheating capabilities. Okay, that's a little closer to where I need to be, so slot 1, save. Keep going. Majora's Mask does seem like a tedious game at points. That's what's keeping me from playing it at all. I'm okay with the game as it is, having grown up with it. But these achievements, man, most of them are great. It's just this achievement. It sucks in emulators, because I have to pause buffer. And on real hardware, apparently pause buffering's fine. It's pretty reliable, it's pretty consistent. But in this emulator, or in Project 64, no, it's a nightmare. It's inconsistent, it's random. I can prove that it's random. I can use key macros, automated button inputs, which yes is cheating, but for research purposes, I used it, and it still randomly just does or doesn't work. Okay, there you go, pause buffered 1 frame. You want it to pause buffer 1 frame, but it often does 0, which is fine, it's just slow. But sometimes it does 2, and if it does 2, you fail the achievement, and it's completely out of your hands. So I'm just trying to pay attention here. Because I have to find the rhythm again. It's random, but I have to be in the right rhythm to even have a chance here. Yeah, see, that was me either leaving it too late or the game just being cruel. Let's see. Gotta take some time and insanity. Tell me about it. I think I'm about 11 hours into grinding this thing. Oh, also, one day someone will make a more accurate call for RetroArch, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope so. It's just, even outside of RetroArch, Luna's Project 64, which the achievement developer recommends, don't work. It has the same issue. I don't know why he recommends it. Wow. What state a sentence can you tell it's late? What a sentence can you tell it's late? Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, in my case it's pretty early because I'm off a completely different continent. It's just I swear I'm doing the button input and the timing that works. It's just, again, the game is randomly deciding whether to advance a frame or not. Oh, look at that. Same timing, I got 2 frames instead of 0. Why? Hey, look, it happened again. Oh yeah, hello from Canada. Yeah, hello from the UK. Not even the U.K. No, just UK, one word, like ukulele. It's very smoky up here. Huh. Some kind of forest fire going on or something? Oh, finally, a little progress. Yeah, it's bad. I was getting tons of it too. Detroit is getting what Toronto got last week. Oh dear. Can't say I'm too familiar with that. I don't think we really have that issue. Maybe because it's too damp. The UK's weather can be compared to the climate of an armpit. Not great. Deary me. Man, I know I'm not concentrating much here, but this is supposed to become muscle memory, and yet I just can't pull it off. Then again, maybe I'm not the problem. Because again, the game's 20 FPS. I can time frame perfect inputs at 20 FPS. I do it all the time. I did it for so many of the achievements in this set. Like bomb chew hovering with, well, not the bomb chews, but with the blast mask. That's a frame perfect thing. I've even done mega flips, which are also frame perfect. But this, no, there's something funny about this. This ain't 20 FPS. Here we go, one flipping frame. And I have to somehow do this without save states. It is extraordinary amounts of luck. Cool, another frame. Normally the fires are more northern, but this time it's more southern. So it's been interesting. That's unusual. I would have expected closer to the equator is where you get the fires. You know, northerner is colder and all that. Thankfully I'm nowhere near the fire, it's just been smoke. Yeah, I can't imagine that's been very healthy. Carbon monoxide doesn't react well with blood and all. Super Mario Bro 12346, yo, what up, bro? My blood pressure is up. This achievement is so horrible. It's supposed to be possible, but I don't think it really is. I've yet to find an emulator or a particular combination of settings where this is actually possible. Well, realistically possible. In grinding for 5 hours yesterday, I nearly got this 3 times. Over 5 hours. Alright, cool, another frame. So, this is the second frame. There are supposed to be 4 frames of Link facing the camera, so I should only have to do 2 more of these, and then I'll pull off the trick, if my positioning is correct. Me Master says, "Me cooped in my house until today, but finally I'm no longer alone." Oh, that's a different thing. But yeah, cooped in your house. I just do that by choice. But I imagine it's not great for people who don't do it by choice. Sumaya Bro 123 says, "Haven't seen you for a year." Yeah, I haven't really done anything for a year. I also keep my blog up to date than my YouTube channel. It's easier to write about random nerdy things and try and show them off in a video, just because, well, it's hard to make a video explaining, "Oh, I optimized my emulator's CPU interpreter." Like, no, a video won't cut it. Come on. Ooh, ooh. Alright, that's frame number 3, I think. So now I just need 1 more frame, and if my position is good, I should pull off the trick. Of course, this is just practice, but as long as I get the practicing down, I can finally do the real thing, and not mess up at the very end like I did 3 times yesterday. Yeah, look at that. I got screwed over. If that were a real run, I would be so upset. Alright, you hear that? That's frame number 4, and the door is opening. So if I just let go... Look at that! What? My positioning was off. Are you serious? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding. Let me double check the notes. Release target, continue holding down and buffering one frame at a time. After 4 more buffered frames of holding down, Link has reached the load zone and the cutscene has been skipped. On the final pause, the door will audibly creak. If you unpause after the creak and the cutscene triggers, you are likely not in the right position. So I messed up, apparently. Even though the very, very specific instructions say Link's right foot has to be on top of or to the right of the black line on the floor. Which it was, and apparently that wasn't good enough. So let's see if I go one more frame. I just want one frame, come on. In the time I've been inside, I've been working like hell on random projects, including a Sega Channel revival thingy. It's been very fun, but at the same time missed going out for gas. Sega Channel. Yeah, I can't say I know too much about that. I do remember someone finding like leftover files for Sega Channel. They were all encrypted or obfuscated or whatever, and some nut job actually managed to reverse engineer them and find a bunch of prototypes. So that was really neat. Mario Bro 123 says, if you could explain how you did that hypothetical Rev Zero to Sonic 2 you made, because I only use that version of Sonic 2. Well, there are definitely 3 versions of Sonic 2, but the 3rd version was never really released on its own. But it has been used as the base of various different other versions of Sonic 2. It was used to develop Sonic 3, it was used to develop Knuckles in Sonic 2, and it was used in Sonic Jam. It was used in that Sonic Classics, Sonic Compilation multicart thing, and most notably, it was used to the arcade version of Sonic 2, Megaplay. That's based on the 3rd version of Sonic 2. So, what I did was I just took all of those games and found every change in the code that they had in common. Things like, oh goodness, it's been so long, I can't remember, but either way, there were just a few bug fixes in there. And every single game that was based on the 3rd version of Sonic 2 has these bug fixes, so they're undeniably part of the 3rd version of Sonic 2. The only issue is, I think when they made the 3rd version of Sonic 2, they completely changed which assembler they were using, so the code is very different when it comes to the automatically generated data, particularly the go-tos or jump-tos. So I can't really prove that the bin file is 100% accurate on like a binary level, because while the code is correct, I think, the automatically generated data, it might not be the same. I can't tell if it's the same because the automatically generated data differs based on a bunch of random factors, like where data is, how it's aligned, what the settings are. Even between all of those games that are derived from the 3rd version of Sonic 2, the automatic data differs. There is no consistent layout for those. So, yeah, it's a shot in the dark. That's why I have it labelled as hypothetical, because I really cannot prove that it's 100% true to the original. Back to the grind. Woohoo. Okay, so there's another frame. Can I go yet? What the heck? Alright. Okay. So clearly my positioning's wrong, but you tell me if that's wrong. His foot is on the line. Like, come on. Looking back in chat, yeah, that was VGHF that covered it mostly. Been relying on that whole deluge for the menu assets. As for ROMs, I'm going to try and avoid anything retail, focus on community-made projects. It's flexible too. Testing sure I can plug up any game to Saturn into the client. Not too sure what you mean there, but I think I get the gist. But yeah, it would be kind of neat to bring back Sega Channel. I imagine it would be an emulator exclusive thing. Not sure how you'd make it work with a flash cart. Honestly though, plugging cables into a Mega Drive in general is difficult. It's not like it has Ethernet or USB. The closest thing it has to a standard data connector is its controller port, which is kind of like a VGA cable. Kind of. So if you know what you're doing, you can communicate over that. Anyhow, I have to double check my notes here. So how am I stood in the wrong place? Okay, well, looking at the video of the guy doing it, this person is way more to the right. Like, Link's foot is completely past the line, whereas, of course, I'm stood on top of it. If you look at my previous video where I completely messed up the positioning and paid for it dearly, I was way to the left of the line. I was more like this in my previous stream. Whereas the guy in the video is more like this. So I'm thinking of doing this. The little edge of Link's foot polygon is crossing the line. Surely this is the perfect place to be. In this case, the client is basically the software that runs the whole thing, packages the whole experience into an exe. Oh, huh. Okie doke. What's this other thing? Okay, I tried locking onto your hypothetical Sonic 2 to Sonic and Knuckles, and it still works. That's why I use your Rev02 for every playthrough I do. Yeah, Sonic 2 is pretty unique in the way it's structured, makes it pretty easy to lock onto, even though there are differences. I want to get the program to communicate with the Mega Everdrive for MD games, but I've yet to test that as I don't have the hardware. Oh yeah, the Mega Everdrive has like that fancy connector, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know, I use a very, very old Everdrive V3. Very, very rudimentary. Deary me, can't get one. Hang on a minute. Silly me. There we go. Now I'm ready to go. Woohoo! One frame without messing up. But your favourite hack I like to play is Sonic and Tails in Knuckles and Sonic 2. Oh, I'm glad someone likes my more recent hacks. But yeah, I need to get back to that thing at some point. Just because it's functional, but it's not exactly polished. Of course, the colours are wrong in Sonic 1 because the palette layout is different in Sonic 1 compared to 2. And it's not just a matter of layout, there are colours that are straight up missing, and I really don't know how to work around it. Because I could just reduce the colours that the badniks use, but going from like 3 shades of red to 2, oh, it looks horrible. I don't want to make the game look worse. Ah, goody, one frame. The game is showing mercy. It's a shame, really, that for all the expertise the hacking community has, we still don't know of any trick to circumvent the palette limitations. The closest you can get is like horizontal interrupt tomfoolery, like what Sonic Classic Heroes does, but that looks so bad. Because if you're level with the enemy, it just turns grey. Like, ew. Who wants that? I mean, the software does support saving games downloaded to disk for later, so maybe I could add exporting your library to external media for all the flashcards. Oh, cool. Alright. Nice. Yeah, I suppose that's one way of working around it. User experience is important. I always feel like open source software or whatever, it just drops the ball. Things are often convoluted, very rigid, inflexible, only work in certain ways for certain things. A lot like this blooming achievement. You know, I'm clearly not meant to be doing it in this emulator, or with these settings, or with this controller. There's something, right? Something is holding me back from being able to do this achievement like everyone else has. But I can't find what the problem is. I've changed emulator, I've changed controller, I've changed settings, I've done everything. The game still has this random element no matter what I do. The only thing that changes is the duration of these pauses. And I happen to like these really long ones. I think it's easier to, there you go, easier to prepare and time it when it's slow. Recently I tried to make a custom upmem chip to make a hypothetical Knuckles in Sonic 1, but I can't seem to do it at all. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Because of course you have to just make a stripped down Sonic 1 that refers to data in the Sonic 1 cartridge, which is already a pain. You gotta move it from starting at address 0 to address, what, 30,000? A lot of people don't know how to do that, and you can break build scripts. Honestly, I'm surprised I never did it myself, making a proper up-mem. Maybe something to do someday. There should be metadata with achievements that state what emulator controller it was tested with. Really? I'm not implying it exists, I'm just saying it should. Oh, believe me, I wish it... I don't know if it does, but it should, yeah. I also think that the person who makes an achievement should actually do that achievement before getting other people to do it. Because I really have my doubts that the developer has done this achievement. This guy claims that Luna's Project 64 is really good for this trick, and that it has like no graphical glitches compared to other emulators. That second bit is a lie, or, you know, a misconception. Because by default, Luna's Project 64 can't even go 10 seconds without not rendering the game without massive graphical glitches. Because it has frame buffer emulation turned off by default. And also by default, no, the pause buffering is not any easier. It's definitely not any more consistent. So I don't know what the heck the developer's talking about. Ooh, 1 frame. Woohoo! Yeah, but the hard part would be to make one up mem chip work for Rev 00 and Rev 01. Good point. That that doesn't sound like fun because of the arbitrary addresses. Winged Kitsune. Surprised it's that complex, to be honest, considering Sonic 1 is half a megabyte. That should make the mem easier, not harder. Making it fit, sure, yeah. Why would you turn off the frame buffer on a system that heavily relies on a damn frame buffer? Tell me about it. It must be a performance thing, but geez Louise. They're really optimizing N64 emulators for computers from Zimbabwe in 2005 or something. Like, who was using such weak hardware? I'm sure even a modern day crap top can run an N64 emulator pretty decently. Okay, so this is the part where Link turns around, I believe. Now I just need 4 more frames, or 3. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Oh, hoo hoo! 1 more frame, alright. I may actually get to test this in record time. I do wonder why frame buffer emulation is supposedly such a performance drag. Because modern GPUs have no issue copying render buffers or textures, right? That are attached to render buffers. I know it's more of an OpenGL-ism, but still. Is the N64 like the GameCube, where the frame buffer is both in VRAM and regular RAM, so the emulator has to keep downloading the frame buffer from the GPU to system RAM? I get that's pretty slow. But still, does Majora's Mask actually rely on that? Doesn't it just use the frame buffer for with the GPU, not the CPU? Ooh, what's this? But a Knuckles in Sonic 2 up-mem chip is only 256KB in size, and you would have to pull Knuckles graphics and palette from Sonic and Knuckles, and a lot from Sonic 1 also. Oh, what do you mean? Just because Sonic 2 doesn't have those assets, Knuckles in Sonic 2 doesn't have those assets in the up-mem blob. It gets them from the attached cartridges. Meme Master says, my current PC is a mishmash of parts, with the CPU being a Core i5 built for service in 2009, and the GPU being a Radeon? How do I pronounce that? RX 570 from 2018. N64 runs fine, but doesn't run the most accurate stuff either. Yeah, a lot of hardware doesn't like parallel RDP, because it's all Vulkan compute shaders and all that. That's the thing though, this emulator right here, Mupen 64 plus Next with Glide N64 in RetroArch. I got that running on a scrap PC I built from random parts for fun, using an AMD Athlon 2X4 630, which is ancient, by the way. Actually, it probably is another 2009 CPU now that I think about it. The GPU was an NVIDIA GTX 650, and I was using the open source drivers because old NVIDIA drivers just do not work on modern Linux. Yeah, slapped Arch Linux on there, and I could play Majora's Mask at full speed at a decent resolution if I remember right, at least 640 by 480. Yeah, on that crappy old hardware, so the system requirements really aren't that high these days for frame buffer emulation. Here we go, one more frame for Freddy. Then Winged Kitsune says, speaking of, don't know about you, but I always loved how the Neo Geo is a powerhouse. Basically a Mega Drive or Genesis on steroids, except the VDP's more like an Amiga? I wouldn't know. I'm not familiar with... I think the Mega Drive's the only retro console I'm actually familiar with the inner workings of. Super Mario Bros. 123 says, long time ago I did make a working Sonic Jam for the Mega Drive using all 3 disassemblies with saving working. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember Aurora Fields making, or was it Vladicompa, someone trying to make a Sonic 3-in-1. And there are a lot of issues with it because of the cartridge size limitations getting in the way. So what is this? I think I'm on frame number 3. I just need one more frame, and if my positioning's good, this will be over soon. But did you recreate Sonic World, troll? yeah, that's the part people forget. I never actually played that until recently, and it is a lot smaller and more basic than I thought. I thought Sonic World was going to be a bit more elaborate, but man, that is the definition of tech demo. It's got like 10 seconds worth of gameplay to it, jeez. You can't even spin dash or roll. Oh, have I not been counting? Is this frame number 3? I don't hear the door. Like, there's the door. So, if I'm positioned right, this should work. Oh, there we go. Alright. Okay. Oh, dearie me. Let's try that again. So let's just, shake myself loose, try positioning Link again. So I absolutely want this line to be on the left side of his right foot. That has got to be good enough. Deary me. Alright, let's go again. I'm thinking of working on my own Sonic 3-in-1 that can lock onto Sonic and Knuckles. It's an interesting idea. That probably would help fit within the cartridge size limitation. Though, how would you handle locking onto Sonic 2 or Sonic 3? Or Sonic 1 if you really want Blue Sphere. Been working on a fan game based around the Sonic World aesthetic, actually. Call me insane, but it's my dream game. I mean, it is a nice aesthetic. I know it may have been tainted by that Yick game, but that kind of full, bright, cartoony Mega Man Legends look, I really like it. Who needs lighting when you just have very good visual design? Should probably be saving. And sure, the Neo Geo can't do 3D on its own, but I bet it can be brute force since the CPU's clocked way higher. 12 MHz versus the Mega Drive 7. Yeah, it seems that 12 is the highest the 68K ever goes. I think even on the Mega CD it only went up to 12. But yeah, I'm sure you could brute force it. It would be pretty rudimentary, but I've seen cool tech demos like Star Fox on the Mega Drive. Fully CPU rendered. The frame rate sucked, but maybe it didn't suck as bad as regular Star Fox on the SNES. You're the only reason I started hacking, and some other people, but mostly you. Wow. Well, that's nice to know. I think what got me into Sonic ROM hacking was just YouTube videos showing really interesting ROM hacks, then I found the Sonic Community Hacking Guide. And Meme Master said, Doom is actually being ported, so kinda, yeah. I assume you mean to the Neo Geo with its beefed up CPU, but... Oh man, is that really... I don't know how possible that is, just given even the 32X has a bit of an uphill battle running Doom with its software renderer, and that's two very highly clocked 32-bit CPUs. A dainty little 16-bit CPU clocked at only 12 MHz, jeez. It's got a massive fight ahead of it if it wants to run Doom. Man, have I advanced 1 frame in this entire time? Come on. Oh, look at that, I immediately get 2 frames. Just my luck. Yeah, look, I got 2 frames, but it didn't end my life. Lucky me. I guess that was 3 frames. I mean, it's blocky as hell, but it works. Oh, so it's low resolution. That could work. Fewer texture lookups and all that. Fewer ray casts. Or, well, binary tree searches or whatever. I'm not too familiar with how Doom renders. If I was, I would have made an OpenGL renderer for my Doom port already, but nope, I don't get it, so I'm stuck with the software renderer. Even, what, 30 years later, that stuff's still black magic to me. Is this the part where I turn around? No, I gotta keep going. On that note, you should give the Neo Geo a go. It's a sprite powerhouse, and the console was the introduction of Metal Slug. Which, personally, Metal Slug is NG to what Sonic is to Sega. Neo Geo, I assume. But yeah, 6 games for that console. Yeah, that sounds pretty damn cool. Yeah, I'm sure if I find myself in a crazy, I really want to play a hardcore retro game, I'll give Metal Slug a go. Just not much into video games when they're doing this to me. Should probably definitely not go with retro achievements for that. For Metal Slug, jeez. Like, Sonic's already hard with retro achievements, and I've been playing those games for quite literally my whole damn life. For a game I've never played before, though, oof, they would just be unbelievable. Like, do level 3 without taking damage, and it's just like a bullet hell. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, another frame down. My local arcade has a Neo Geo set up in the corner. I'm waiting for Metal Slug to be installed before giving it a go. Yeah. I just remember that reading that immediately brought to mind the whole awkward legal issue of like, how do you pull that off without just straight up paying Neo Geo or SNK, whoever the right holders are. I was meaning to ask someone, but do you know an easy way to port Sonic and Knuckles zones to Sonic 3? Because that's the hack I wanted to make. Honestly, no idea. I'm not too familiar with Sonic 3's ridiculously over-the-top game engine. It's so complicated with its level events and its background deformation code, completely different to Sonic 2 and 1. And the bosses, I imagine, are just ludicrously complicated state machines. They're already pretty bad in Sonic 1 and 2, but everything is more complicated in Sonic 3 for some reason. Just keep going, I'll get there someday. Come on. You know you wanna. I think I need 2 more frames before I can make Link turn around. Yeah, so now 1 more frame. For goodness sake. I stand no chance in a live run. No chance whatsoever. At that point, just play Sonic 3 Limited Edition. Oh yeah, that old thing. It's such a shame they never actually finished that. Like, an official Sonic 3 Complete sounds awesome. 6 sequels for the same console? Hell, fun fact, Metal Slug X is technically a prototype of Metal Slug 3. Huh. Wow, fancy that. Because I already ported most of Sonic 3 or 4 or 8 layouts to Final Sonic 3 with Pro Graphics. Nah, if I don't know anything about Sonic 3 on a programming level, I definitely don't know a thing about Sonic 3C, those prototypes. Be out of my field, be out of my domain. I think I know more about Sonic CD than I do about Sonic 3's quirky engine. So it's impressive you got as far as you did. You think you've outdone me. Of course. Come on, actually do it. Finally. Okay, so now it should be 4 frames, I think. Not 4 frames in a row, 4 frames. Come on. Let me put the camera back, there we go. Ooh, hoo-hoo, lucky me. 1 down, 3 to go. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. Ooh, hoo-hoo! I'm so lucky. 1 to go. There we go. So I hear the door opening, and if I just let go and let myself fail, I won't fail. Yeah, alright, okay. So I believe I've finally figured out the correct positioning. The line needs to be on the left side of Link's foot. Ideally, his little polygon there would be poking just barely past the edge of the line, but that's it. If I had figured this out earlier, I would have been done like 3 hours ago. Deary me. So now let's do it for real. Bear in mind, this is going to be a bumpy ride. It takes hours for me to even get one good run going. Because it's random. Oh boy, lots of chat I missed. What's this? On the topic of all this hacking stuff, I should know my first attempt at Sonic hacking was when I was 9. Failed miserably, but it was fun. That's impressive. When did I start programming? I think before Sonic hacking it was some Game Maker stuff in 2009, which would have made me 12. Sonic hacking was 2012 for me, so I would have been 15? Yeah. Had a much, much later start. Well, prototype engine-wise, I mean. Content-wise, you never know. Right, yeah, the Metal Slug X thing. Maribro says, oh yeah, you're working on making a fully working Sonic CD that runs only on Sega Genesis. No, lacking a proper disassembly, like a full complete disassembly, is pretty infeasible. Unless maybe I wanted to port like the decompiled PS2 version. But, oh, I don't know about that. Just because all the graphics were converted to a format that won't work on the Mega Drive, and bringing it back to the old format might not be feasible. Also, C code just doesn't run great on the Mega Drive because of bad register allocation, excessive stack usage. It would be easy if we had a proper disassembly, is my point, and we don't. We only have a partial one. Oh yeah, the music format. Getting Sonic CD's music to work on a Mega Drive... I mean, technically you could cheat. You could have like an FM soundtrack. You know, get a musician to remake the music using the synthesizer. And like I say, you can cheat and just have an option to play music from a CD. The game's still running off a cartridge, but optionally, you can play CD audio. But I think that's as good as you're going to make it, without, like, flash cartridge tomfoolery. Okay, I need to get in position. Yeah, this is good. Let's go. It begins. The grind. It's nearly impossible to convert past music. Really? Hmm. I mean, I suppose there are like 8 audio tracks, whereas the 2612 only has 6, and one of them's used by drums. Yeah, how much can you approximate with the PSG to make up for that? Ugh. Foul. I think the most advanced thing I made in my hack and days was a hack that ported the moves and feel from Sonic CD into one, including the whole I'm out of here bit. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of people's, or something similar as a lot of people's first start. Just Sonic 1 or 2, but with some things brought over from the other games. Of course, my first was Sonic 1 with the spin dash in it. And then I moved on to wackier things like porting Sonic 3's sound engine, having the Sonic 3 soundtrack and Sonic 3 sound effects everywhere. All just following a guide, of course, but there's just something really cool about being able to remix a game yourself. Making your own bizarre definitive edition. Here we go, gotta get the positioning good. Jeez, is this one okay? I'm a little worried actually. Where does the polygon poke out? What counts? Surely this is good enough. Okay, while I'm here, I'm gonna double check my positioning. I just need to have like a picture somewhere for comparison, because I'm not sure if I'm actually in the right spot, and I would rather not lose another run. Oh wow, that's very different. I was way off. Okay, I need a screen grab. Yeah, that'll do. I think I took a screenshot. Retract didn't really. Oh, there we go. Oh, right. I'm paused. Why did I do that? Come on. Move your out of the way. 1 minute. There we go. Take a screenshot. Cool. Just give me a sec. I need to go find that screenshot I just made. It's in RetroAchievement folder, isn't it? Screenshots. There it is. Perfect. I'll just stick that in the corner. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. I think I got a good script. Oh dear. We have to move chat. There we go. Yeah, I think I have everything back to normal. What was the chat saying? Music is PSG heavy. Past music is PSG heavy. Rather than use the regular channels, they past music. It uses PCM. Oh, Meme Master says the cheatiest thing you can do for Sonic CD on Mega Drive is using Mega PCM to play all the music. Yeah, it's just going to hit cartridge size limitations pretty quickly. And I'm not even sure if with the expanded cartridge, the Sega mapper, I don't think 16 megabytes is going to save you. There's a lot of music in that game. It would be nice if, when you're done with your Mega Drive emulator, to make an Android version. Well, there is the RetroAchievement version. You can download and run it in RetroAchievement, though of course it won't have its debug interface, which would be weird anyway on Android because it's designed for a keyboard and mouse. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the chat and someone's already said that. DEP PCM mixed with PSG. Yeah, PCM because it's more like SNES audio than it is Mega Drive audio. So you'd have to completely reimagine the music to pull it off on the Mega Drive. It wouldn't sound identical at all. Alright, back to what the heck I was doing. So, am I in the right spot? Yo, hang on a minute. I'm not actually playing the game. Come on. I gotta pay attention. So yeah, I have my lovely little reference photo on screen so I know when Link is stood in the right place. The line I have to be stood on, it's really blurry, but there's a very dense, thick bit in the middle. That's why I should be keeping an eye on, not the glowy region around it. If I mess this up, I will lose a perfectly good run. I'd be happy if SMPS to ASM could remap Sonic CD commands to the Mega Drive's one. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm just thinking about like the issues with the sound format. Obviously, it would have to have supplementary YM2612 instruments to replace the PCM instruments. And then there would be issues with, again, I'm pretty sure the songs use 8 channels instead of... Oh, hang on. Was it 5 FM or and 2 PCM? Not quite. You can have 6 FM and 3 PSG, though one of the PSGs is a noise channel. Or you can have 5 FM and 1 DAC. With the right DAC driver, you can have 2 PCM. But they can't have separate panning or volume or whatever. Oh, it's all so complicated. Right, let's go. Oh, get used to that. That happens all the time. No progress, no progress, no progress, then too much progress. Meme Master in chat says, someone with a name based on something funny, having the same idea as someone with a name based on something also funny. Gonna call this the Jester frequency. I had the same idea as Marky Jester. But yeah, I'm aware we have similar names. That wasn't the original username I was going to go with, Clownacy. That comes from... Yeah, that comes from Sonic Retro. I was going to go with, like, Toasty Clown, but Toasty Clown, Marky Jester just seemed too similar to me, so I went with something completely different. Still clown theme, though, for some reason. Don't know what I was thinking there. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I know what I was thinking. When I was younger, I was a bit more energetic, I suppose. Not as lethargic as I am now as an old man. So using the word clown to describe myself just seemed appropriate. Not what I meant, but okay. Oh, well, then I have no idea. So let's see, am I lined up with the photograph? No? Yes? Yeah, definitely lined up now. Let's go. Funny frequency? Yeah, sure. Okay. I was certain that I was positioned too far forward and that I could be a little careless, but I guess not. Yeah, the good thing about N64 emulation being so relatively lightweight nowadays is I can fast forward the bejesus out of it. Skip all these damned cutscenes. We had the idea and like meme clown, yeah, whatevs. Right, right. I need to get me a drink, my throat is dry. Oh, this blooming game. If you climb up a ledge... Oh, goodness, one sec. Oof, had a tickle in my throat. In this game, if you climb a ledge and then the camera moves, your controls will update to account for the camera. So I held up there, but he ran to the right because the camera moved to the left. It's really stupid and I hate it. This game has a few obnoxious bugs that you think they would have fixed from Ocarina of Time. Like that thing where you're trying to climb a vine wall and Link just keeps letting go. They didn't fix that. They fixed the damned crouch stabbing. You know, oh no, the crouch stabbing glitch. How terrible. But yeah, they didn't fix that. Or the damned ledge thing either. Is that right? Looks pretty right to me. Maybe a little more to the left. Alright, here we go. Go, go, go. Can't even get an inch out of this game. I think it would be cool if there was a hack of Sonic 1 and 2 that replaced the special stages with blue spheres. It would be nice to see someone actually port those things. Special stages. They're both simultaneously a separate game, but also rooted in the game engine. Such a pain. Honestly though, I think out of all of the special stages, Sonic 2's are the most insane from a programming perspective, because using my emulator's debugger, you begin to see how the heck it renders those backgrounds. I know people, of course, don't like them. They're low resolution, they're extremely low frame rate, and yet, apparently, getting it as high resolution and as high frame rate as it was some kind of technical achievement. Because they had to resort to so many tricks to make it actually display the way it does. It's not just a pre-rendered background. It's actually kind of broken down to a bunch of coloured squares that then the horizontal scroll table disfigures into kind of looking like a pre-rendered background. It's something about reusing tiles to make up for a brutal VRAM bandwidth or something like that. Like, they had to resort to such madness to make the special stages as good, quote-unquote, as they are. Like, if they'd gone the naive route, they would have been worse. They would have had a worse frame rate or used way too much cartridge or something like that. It's just a shame, because in the end, Sonic 2 special stages are really not that good. The draw distance is terrible, the pre-rendered background doesn't make any sense, like a bend will just materialise out of nowhere. And you have 0 reaction times to dodge bombs. It sucks. Is that why in hacks they never changed the Sonic 2 special stage layouts? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and barely anyone knows how the flipping thing works. God damn it. Yeah, this reminds me of Mega CD Mode 1. I'd gladly use it if we knew more about it and emulators supported it. It turns out the Mega CD, it turns the Mega CD into a Mega Drive on steroids. Oh yeah, definitely. It's just part of the issue to me with Mega CD Mode 1 is the purist in me gets knocked off by it. Because it's like, if you're circumventing the limitations of the Mega Drive by using the Mega CD, you may as well just be making a fan game on PC. Have no limitations at all. In fact, I'm sure that's why so many people moved on from ROM hacking to working with those Taxman and Stealth remasters. You know, I've heard those games for modding communities are pretty big now. I do think the Mega CD is mostly figured out, though information on it can be pretty obscure. Like, the actual process of booting Mega CD Mode 1 from a cartridge is ludicrously complicated because you have to do it manually. You have to manually locate the sub-BIOS payload and upload it, decompress it. Then you have to manually initialize the hardware, reset the gate array, set up the write protect region, all of that. It's stupid. The BIOS should be doing that, but it don't. It has no function for initializing itself. It has an entire entry table, a jump table with which you can enter and do things, and you can't use it for that. It's so short-sighted. The only reason we even know how to do Mega CD Mode 1 is because an official game did it out of desperation. What was it called? Flex, I believe? Some kind of music game? Am I in the right spot? Looks like it. Alright, here we go. Wait, no. That's gotta be it. Let's go. Right, this is the part where I turn around. Now I need four more inputs. Come on. Whew. I did it. Oh, thank fuck! I finally did it! Good God! It only took me 1 hour. You know, after 12 hours of trying. Ooh! I'm so glad that's over. You know, at least until the RetroAchievements moderation see my 5 not particularly heated but very detailed comments on why this achievement's a load of shit, and they ban my account, rendering all of my achievements worthless. Or maybe I'm just being pessimistic, you never know. I just have a bad history with moderation on the internet, so... Yeah, thanks everyone! Oh, I'm so glad that's over. That was such baloney. Let's catch up on chat, shall we? Ugh. Oh, God. Why do this to me, man? What did I do? I'm not that bad, am I? Okay, Winged Kitsune. Granted, the bugs are still there. I haven't DMA twice. Yeah, that blows. That's so silly. But the pros do outweigh the cons. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Winged Kitsune also says, be honest, I target mode 1 if I had the damned skill to make a custom BIOS. Oh, no. No. Don't do it. It is so horribly complicated. You do not want to go there. You really are just better off figuring out how to use the official BIOS. As for finding the code to do that kind of thing, I mean, if you want, if you can find it, my Mega Drive developer kit, there is code in there for initializing the BIOS. You can look at that. It's written in assembly and everything. Oh goodness, I have so much chat to catch up on. Hello, I mastered this one recently on RetroAchievements. The glitch subset, or the base game subset, because I'm doing the glitch subset and it is mostly great, except for the one achievement I just did. That was horrible. Oh, there's so much chat to catch up on. Where do I even begin? Oh boy. We need a hack of Sonic 3 that ports Sonic 2 to its engine. I think there is that, actually. Oh, kind of. We have Sonic 1 running in Sonic 3. It's Sonic Clean Engine, SCE. It's a pre-made disassembly that has Sonic 1 running on Sonic 3. I don't know if they got Sonic 2 in there yet, but they should. You know, it seems like something naturally to do. PC, no thanks. At least not yet. I'm addicted to Mega Drive. And conditional jumps are chef's kiss. Fair enough. Yeah. There is an appeal to 68K assembly. It's lovely. Best assembly language ever made. The other languages I mentioned, yeah, good luck not getting confused. Yeah, there's a huge learning curve to anything that isn't assembly. That said, one other CPU... Oh, hello. Base one. Getting to opponent before day one night on 3-day cycle was painful. Yeah, I'm there with you. Yeah, that was the hardest part of the 3-day run to me. And the sad thing is, now that I've done the glitch subset, I know I could have made things so much easier if I just used glitches. For instance, if you have the Goron mask and some bombs, you can just do a Goron bounce, Goron pound, and blow yourself up with a bomb halfway through to knock yourself over the fence that leads to Great Bay. Then you don't need to get Epona so early. You know, things like that. Or you could bomb hover. That's also very simple to do once you have the muscle memory. But yeah, goodness. If you liked doing that 3-day challenge, I recommend the 4th day subset, where you glitch the game so you're playing on the 4th day, and then you try and do as much as you can. All of the temples, a few side quests. You will have to bomb hover, but it's pretty easy in Majora's Mask. It's way harder in Ocarina of Time. But yeah, that's fun, if a little challenging. But I think it's a good in-between from the base set to the glitch subset, which is way more extensive. Meme Master says, I mean, on the topic of custom BIOSes, I hacked the Model 2 one to jump to the Sega screen immediately for the Sega Channel thing. Wow, nice. How? Is there a disassembly for that thing? So I guess you can hack it, but don't, expect it to be easy. No, I imagine not. I'd know more about the Mega CD if I actually emulated it properly. My emulator isn't... Well, it's a high-level emulator. I don't actually emulate the hardware, I emulate the BIOS. But it gets so many things wrong that most games don't work. I really should just emulate the hardware and then do the BIOS emulation after. That's the proper way to do it. But I'm a bit lazy, so I went for the BIOS first and I'm paying for it dearly. I need to figure out how the CDC works. That is the main component of the Mega CD. And if I emulate that, everything should pretty much just work. And it would make the BIOS thing way easier. But yeah, I'm stubborn, unfortunately. You know, as if me grinding this achievement for 12 hours wasn't proof enough, I'm stubborn. And maybe an idiot. Why do I do this to myself? Ben Rye 2K says, I'll have to look into it, but I'll need to learn bomb hovers. Yeah, it takes a little getting used to. There are some rules. Like, obviously, you first need to have infinite sword glitch. You can do it with a bomb, but it is rather strict. If you mess up, you waste a bomb and you blow yourself up. That's not great. And then with bomb chew hovering, which is by far the easiest bomb hover, you have to not be near any walls, or the bomb chew won't detonate and you'll just fall. So you can only do it in mid-air. If you're near a wall, you either have to bomb hover, which I don't recommend, that sucks, or bomb mask, blast mask. But that, I think, is frame perfect, but it's infinite. So, you know, you have to weigh up whether it's worth it. Ideally, you wouldn't be near any walls anywhere. Just bomb chew hover through the air, and you'll be fine. I didn't really encounter any cases where I needed to be pressed up against a wall for 4th day challenge anywhere. It was only in the glitch subset where I had to rub against a wall while bomb hovering. In 4th day, no, you bomb hover in like Icana Canyon, and you bomb hover in Goron Village. I think that's it. And those are big, open, wide areas with no walls. It's all good. What is your Retro Achievements name? Clownacy, like my YouTube name. I'm so glad I just made up a word, because it means that it's not taken anywhere. I even have clownacy.com. Normally a one-word URL domain name is ultra expensive because it's gibberish, basically. I got it for dirt cheap. It's fun. Meme Master says, actually there is, but like I said, because before, if there's more or less bytes or whatever, it's shifting, it won't work at all or boot loop. Yeah, the disassembly for the BIOS I know of is for the first version, not the Model 2 one. This includes RTSing or nopping the region checks. Yeah, that I'm aware of a lot of software that doesn't just patch based on where the code or data is. It actually searches for it. It like uses a pattern recognition. So programs will scan for a particular series of bytes, and then when it finds it, it will overwrite it with a new sequence of bytes. That way, it will work among versions of software that have shifted, as long as the code itself hasn't changed. I'm deciding which game I'd like to try to master next, says Ben Rye 2K. Have you done Ocarina of Time? Like, that's an okay one. I'd say the base set's about on par with Majora's Mask. Though, I will say, the glitch subset for Ocarina of Time is way more beginner-friendly. This one for Majora's Mask is actually fairly exhaustive. I think you have to glitch into the boss room of every temple in multiple ways. In Ocarina of Time, I think you only do that in the Forest Temple, and it's really, really easy in the Forest Temple. You don't have to do it anywhere else. Yes, I did Ocarina of Time. Ah, nuts. Okay. Yeah, I suppose that was a bit of a given. Oh well. But yeah, of course, it all depends on what your taste in games is. I usually stick to Mega Drive Sonic stuff because, I don't know, I'm a weirdo. But I did branch out to Resident Evil Remake. My goodness, that is a hardcore achievement set. You have to play this, 3-hour-long game 10 times in a row, basically. Full playthrough challenges like don't heal, don't save, don't die. Ooh yeah, do invisible enemy mode on hard mode without dying. Sure, I did it, but oh man, if you are not really into that game, you ain't doing that challenge. That is not worth it. When it comes to Zelda-y stuff though, I don't know. I play Ocarina and Majora because I don't know anything else like them. I'm not that experimental. Meme Master says the disassembly is by someone called Dark Morford. Last time it was like 10 years ago. Oh, I'm well aware of that disassembly. I actually look at it occasionally when developing my emulator so that I know what the BIOS is doing. That's how I reverse engineered the fading logic, how you can fade the CD music. There's a very certain algorithm to it, And yeah, I figured out from that really useful disassembly. I'm glad it's there. Ben Rice says, I'm casually trying Contra 3 Alien Wars Game Boy Edition. You know, just for you, I can try and show off some of the bomb chew hovering now that the game's... I'm gonna have to find my save, aren't I? Let me just double check. I do definitely have the achievement, right? I'm not getting excited over nothing here. No, I do have it. Okay. Yeah, let's do some bomb chew hovering. I should have a save. Oh. My save's gone. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get my save back. Oh, 1 minute. Goodness, why can't this ever be simple? I'm haunted, I'm cursed. I'm followed by bad luck. Alright, so RetroArch, saves. Oh, right, my saves are on my Steam Deck. We have Glitch Showcase, regular USA. Could one of these saves work, please? I just want to show off bomb shoe hovering, man. Why do I only have GameCube copies of Majora's Mask? What is wrong with me? Come on, anytime today. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at chat before it like dies of oxygen starvation. Oh yeah, one question, that Mutant port to Wii U, have you done anything with it? No, unfortunately. I got really, really, really deep into trying to implement OpenGL on the Wii U as like a shim to the native GX2 API. And it's just, I hit a roadblock. I got like the tests running and rendering actual OpenGL code, but when it came time to running literally anything, any other software that used OpenGL, it would just crash horribly. And debugging that is not easy at all. What was it I was trying to run, actually? It must have been something simple. Like my emulator, or... No, it was my old... Oh, goodness, an old decompilation of mine. Yeah, that just didn't work out. Not one bit. Okay, for real, where the heck is my save? Do I have bombs? Do I? Game. Okay, I have bombs, but I don't have bomb shoes. Whatever, this is good enough. Alright, I'm gonna work with this. Let's get the game capture back up. I remember GameCube Majora crashing a fair bit. Yeah, that's the emulator. It has this really dumb bug in it, and I think it even survived into the Wii Virtual Console version of that emulator. I believe speedrunners call it a VC crash. Not great. Okay, so, oh, I have rupees. Good. Maybe I can just buy some bomb chews immediately and get this over with. Man, why is my fast forward now stuttering? Some kind of VSync thing, but it shouldn't be happening with Gliden. Dude, give me some... Gimme, come on. There we go. Okay. So let's see if I can actually show this off. I need to... Okay, there are a couple of other rules. I don't just need to get infinite sword glitch off a bomb. I also need to on a raised platform. Unless you're good at bomb chew hovering successively, consecutively off the floor, you want to do it off a ledge. That way you will hover and not just kind of magnetize to the floor. Oh dearie me, I bound the... Oh, I put the fast forward button on the wrong button. I'm an idiot. Look at so. Yeah, hit a shield, bomb, put it down, stab it, pick it up, wrong. Try again. Get a bomb, put it down, stab it, pick it up. You see how the sword had an after image? I now have infinite sword glitch. Now I can back up against the ledge, backflip, pull a bomb chew, and then pull my shield, and I'm hovering. Do it again, I'm hovering. Do it again, I'm hovering. Do it again, I'm hovering. And you can just use this to get into all kinds of wacky places. Like, this bit's easy. It's super forgiving. Like, look, I just messed up and I'm still good. So, yeah, that's bomb chew hovering. It's great. If you need to look around, good luck. There is a little bit of a trick. Let me see if I can do it. I have to backflip and then lock onto the bomb chew in my hands. Or I can just mess up and fail. Whatever. But yeah, that's bomb chew hovering. What's the chat saying? By the way, regarding what you said about your knowledge about Sonic 3's engine, the code base isn't as scary as it looks. You'd be surprised how much code they copy-pasted and then adapted slightly. Oh, why would they do that? That's horrible. I.e. the bonus stages are identical to Sonic 1. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I'm sure they reused the code. Slots are just modified Sonic 1 with Sonic 2 code. Yeah, what else we got in chat here? I mastered, Ben Rye says, I mastered base set Mario 64. Yeah, congratulations there. I was considering doing that one, but it looked a bit hard. And also, so you drop the bomb chew and then quick shield. Yes, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, you don't have to be frame perfect. Link will just carry the bomb chew for as long as he isn't holding up the shield. So the explosion only goes off when you shield, and when you shield, you hover. So it's much more forgiving than bomb hovering or blast mask hovering. That takes a lot of getting used to. Goodness me, stop faffing around. Sorry, I have my turbo key mapped to the wrong button, so it's really, really messing with me. There we go. So yeah, I just do a backflip, pull bomb chew, and then put up my shield sometime afterwards. It's really, really lenient. See how I was holding it for a good few frames there? It's really not strict. Oh, there go all my bomb chews. Let's see if I can do a bomb hover. I can never do a bomb hover. That was my attempt at a mega flip. That was muscle memory, I'm sorry. Uncle Bud 885, hello friend, hello. I should probably rename the stream because I already got the achievement. Now I'm just faffing around with bomb chew hovers. Chat says, Meme Master says, who in their right mind would bomb chew hover? Sounds bad for your teeth. I don't think people can hover. Oh, I know all about it. I'm British. My teeth are terrible. I've got to remap this fast forward button. I feel so stupid. Yeah, hotkeys. Fast forward. I'm sure I'm not using L1 for anything. Am I? Oh no, I am. The N64 has 2 shoulder buttons on the left. Whatever. No more fast forward for me. Actually, put it back on space. I want that. But yeah, let's see if I can maybe psychedelic stream. Thanks. The game's pretty psychedelic, though it was more so in its prototype versions. Okay, where can I find bombs? I want a bomb chew hover over the Great Bay fence, just to show that it can be done. Or, you know, I'll bomb chew. I'll go on boost. How about that? Although with all these levers here, that may be a bit of an issue. So, I'm going to drop a bomb, pull out the Goron, and I'm going to... Oh dear. I can't see the bomb. Let's try that again. You need to bounce and then uncurl at the height of the jump right as the bomb goes off. Oops, I forgot to uncurl. At least I think it's possible with this fence. Maybe I'm wrong. Look at that, baby! Yeah, see? You don't need a Pona. You just need Goron Link and a bomb. And then you can go get Mikau, get the Zora's mask. Sounds like there's 3 or 4 of you speaking at once. Oh dear, well, let's be fair, this room is quite echoey. Yeah, my fiance normally streams using this microphone. She has some filters on the mic. Maybe if I just talk less loudly, we won't have echo issues. Deary me. There's some super annoying ones on Mario 64, but I think you'd manage it. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Nice perfect to skip Epona. Yeah, it's great. It really takes the pressure off. On one hand, congratulations for getting the achievement, but on the other hand, it's too bad you already have it, because this won't really help you. What was I saying? By the way, here's a challenge for you to try. Try and optimize Caterkiller to fit Sonic 3 object RAM. I managed to using encoding. I'm not sure what you mean. What's up with Caterkiller? Does it use a bunch of RAM? I know, I'm super lit. Oh, wish I could do that. I'm in the UK. No fun allowed. Ah, dearie me. What is there to do now? Never did get my stream rigged up to my OBS. Damn it. Why do I have 7 viewers? It's already over. I should be so bitter. It's nice to have the attention. Honestly, I'm surprised people are tuning into cranky British guy plays a really hard achievement. I wonder what other cool tricks I could do. I've just gone through the whole glitch subset. You'd think I would know all kinds of cool things to show off. Do need money though if I want to buy more bomb shoes. I don't think you can really find them anywhere. Ben Rice says, I'm from UK too, Nottingham. Oh, I'm from East Yorkshire. That area, the Midlands. So I take it you've been feeling the heat wave too, huh? Me Master says, Cat Killer. Cat's killing your MD's RAM since 1990. Yeah, I guess the game was in development back then. This is too much for me right now. That's fine. I know I'm not for everyone. I'm joking, of course. I know I'm everybody's man, baby. So let me go find some rupees. Maybe I could show off maybe I could show the milk bar skip. You can glitch behind the door using bombs. It's a bit tricky, but it's one of the achievements actually to do. Oh, dearie me. Fred can't hold up on an analog stick properly. Tragic. Don't watch Clownacy while faded. Yeah, health warning. Aww, no money. I'm gonna sub and take off, it's tripping me. Thanks for the support. Hopefully my future streams, if I make any, will be more trip friendly. There are simpler tricks to do as well. I mean, obviously, you can escape from Clocktown as Deku Link during the prologue. There's not much to do out there, but you can do it. Just slap it on, lock on, this way, hold straight down, and away you go. It's useful during the first 3-day cycle. You can go grab a heart piece from over there on top of the tree in the next area. You can also grab some rupees, I guess. If you're Human Link, you can skip the Bomb Chew Kid by backflipping over him, though that's way more tricky than getting past the guard. Because you can also accidentally talk to the kid, so you have to... There you go. Just time it really good. And away you go. Oh good, I have the Blast Mask. Good, I really need that. I would love to see a stream of you finishing your Sonic 1 and 2 and Knuckles in Sonic 2 hack. Yeah, if I ever find myself just doing things, I should really stream it. I find my blog is good for recapping things I've already done, whereas streams would be great for just doing things. Just the trouble to me is I usually don't know when something I'm doing is going to turn into this, you know, big multi-hour grind. Usually I get into a project thinking, oh, this will take 10 minutes, and a 10-minute stream is no fun. It's like sometimes I find myself working on my emulator, having absolutely no idea that I'm going to be doing it for the next 2 weeks. Just because I think, oh yeah, optimize the blitzing routine. That's easy. I've managed to backflip the kid, says Ben Rye. Nice one. I don't know if it's possible as Deku Link though, which is annoying because during the prologue I just want to skip the damned kid. I don't want to play hide and seek. And yet I have to because I don't know any other way. Oh, fast forward's biting me in the bottom. What else we got in chat here? Yeah, the heat fatigues me. I've been casually playing Endless Ocean 2 RetroAchievements to cool down. Endless Ocean? Is that a PS1 game? Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I'm one of those... I don't know if I'd call myself a brand loyalist, but when I was a kid, I didn't venture much outside of the games and series I was already familiar with. I only got into Zelda because my cousin got me the GameCube Collector's Edition for, I think, my 7th birthday. I guess I was more willing to experiment back then, especially with something as prestigious and well known as The Legend of Zelda. Like, I had to give it a go, right? But yeah, it's not often I try new games. I gave Klonoa a go on the PS1, and I've done Mother 1 on the NES. Yeah, I've beaten that, sure. But often I don't go out into new games that much. Endless Ocean is Wii. Oh, whoops, fooled me. May as well get some bombs while I'm here. Yeah, I'll do. So yeah, let's try and do Milk Bar Skip. Maybe I can redeem myself when it comes to just being terrible at doing button inputs precisely. Because again, I swear, I'm good at timing button inputs. It's just that achievement, that Happy Mask Salesman skip is absolute malarkey, and I hate it. So here we go. Just going to line myself up. I'm cheating a little. I'm using the D-pad as an analog stick just to get perfect directional inputs. Oh, that's not right. Let's try that again. I have to put the bomb down. I can't just drop it. Or shield drop it. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna... Yeah, let's bomb chew. And blast mask if I have to. So come over here. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Now... Another curiosity. Have you played Deltarune? No, but I've played Undertale. Ben Rice says, my brother's 20 years older than me and he bought and imported a lot of games and consoles. Wow. Yeah, I have a brother who's 20 years younger than me. I guess our roles are reversed. So, go! And then again, and again, and again. I know I say you shouldn't use bomb chews near walls, but that isn't a real wall. It has no collision, so it's okay. I go to the right, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right. Obviously, I can't see where I am. So the way you solve that is you pull out the hook shot or the bow, and you use that to look around. It's okay, it doesn't interfere. So yeah, I'm about level with the door. This is good. So now I'm going to bomb hover to the right again. 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 There you go. See? I just glitched into the milk bar, so you don't need Cremia's mask. I don't even have it. But here I am, during daytime hours, inside the milk bar. So yeah, bomb hovering in general, it lets you do a lot of cool things. I actually climbed to the top of Snowhead Temple without the fire arrows, without building that big tower in the middle. You know, the one that you have to punch layers off of with the Goron. No, I got to the boss room without even doing that. You can also access the boss room without a key. If you play your cards right. I'll see if I can do that actually. Let's get over to Snowhead. Have I really not been to Snowhead yet? What is this save? Why is it only half complete? Do I have Goron's Lullaby or am I going to have to go do that? That doesn't look good. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to glitch into... Should I show off glitching into Snowhead? But I don't have the hook shot. Oh, this sucks. Why don't I have any good saves? Ah, man. Ben Wright 2K says, we had the Sega Mega Drive, but I didn't play as much as SNES. But I'm experiencing more of the games now. Yeah. Yeah, I think the UK had a preference for Sega back in the day. I suppose as Brits always had a bit of an unconventional taste in video game hardware. Our obsession with Commodores and ZX Spectrums and all that alienates a lot of Americans. Klonoa, good god, my favourite character of all time, hands down, says Winged Kitsune. Next to Tails, Klonoa 2 was my introduction to it, and suffice to say I love the story and the music is bangers. Yeah, I don't often play a game for the first time nowadays and actually like it. I'm too much of a cranky old man. Oh, just give me back my old Zeldas, you know? But I did really enjoy Klonoa. Tons of charm, great difficulty curve. The game itself is easy enough, but when you go for all gems, that's when the game starts to bare its teeth at you. It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the hook shot. This is going really out of my way. Do I have Epona or am I gonna have to bomb hop over the wall again? Oh, come on! I have to do the most convoluted glitch playthrough now. Great. Let's see, I have bomb shoes, I have everything. Let's go. I'll go get my cow. I didn't see my cow when I glitched over the fence, though. Do I have the Zora mask already? No. Where the hell was my cow? Been meaning to play Klonoa. Looks fun. Yeah, it's kind of like Rystar if it was, well, better. It's like a fast-paced, not clunky at all Rystar, where you go around grabbing enemies and platforming, and its aesthetic is amazing. Very aesthetic. Aww. Let's try that again. There we go. No Epona needed. Go, Gornlink, go. You can do it. There he is. Winged Kitsune says, Klonoa, it's fun and deep. Word of advice though, the first game is harder, really? I thought Klonoa 2 was meant to be the harder of the bunch. Does that mean the bonus level is easier in Klonoa 2? Because Klonoa 1's bonus level is teeth-pullingly difficult until you really get good at it. Kind of like Hell in Cave Story. Once you know what you're doing, it's really not that tough, but until then, ooh boy, you will regret playing that level. I know I sure did. Yeah, play yeah, good one, Link. Play Epona's song to the dying Zora. Soothe his soul. Yeah, I probably should play Klonoa 2 at some point. Yeah, if I like Klonoa 1 so much, why don't I play the second one? I've not heard that it's bad. Though, to be fair, I think I've only beaten Klonoa 1 once. I did replay it to get all gems, but I didn't beat the final boss again because, my goodness, was that boss difficult. I wonder if Namco would kill me if I aired Klonoa on the Sega Channel Revival. I don't know, I'm not sure how Namco is when it comes to copyright enforcement. I know Sega's lenient, but other companies, no idea. I know Nicholas wasn't happy about me decompiling Cave Story. Got DMCA'd over that. Why am I here? Sorry, I'm losing track. I need to get the hook shot. I don't have the stone mask. Dearie me, I'm gonna have to like actually do the stealth section. All this to go to Snowhead because I can't be asked to sue the baby Goron. Hang on a tick. I have one ball. Oh, for goodness sake. I also need to... If I want to glitch into Snowhead, I need the hook shot and I need 2 balls. Where am I going to find another bottle? What's an easy one to get? With ample fast forwarding, I could get one from Cafe's mother. But is there a more convenient ball around here? Do I have the camera? Yeah, do I get a bottle for rescuing the seahorse? Ben Rice says, I just followed you on RetroAchievements. Oh, cool, thanks. I haven't received the email for it yet, but yeah. But yeah, what am I, my fiance? Yeah, it's appreciated. It's nice to measure up against other people, see how I'm doing. Because I think right now my cousin is almost tied with me for regular points. But when it comes to hardcore points, I way outdo him. Did I just crash the game? No. Okay, good. Oh, Fred, why'd you do that? Okay, normally I have the stone mask, so I'm not sure. Is that good enough? Let's find out. 2D gameplay, 3D world, Klonoa is 2.5D. Yeah, it is. I know that wasn't meant for me. I should just stick to messages that are aimed at me, I suppose. I didn't activate the damn statue, what am I doing? You did lots of Sonic games. Oh yeah, I did. I don't mean to make myself the Sonic guy, but it's like, when you ROM hack a game for, what is it, 14 years, you tend to get pretty good at them. And I did grow up with Sonic Adventures 1 and 2, especially 1. Love that game. It's a buggy mess, but it is near and dear to my heart because, you know, nostalgia goggles, whatever. And yeah, if you catch me playing a modern Sonic game, all I'll do is complain. I'm one of those bitter weirdos who was like, Sonic was better in my day. I recommend it, without spoilers. Let's say you'll feel for Leorina when you learn her story. Unfortunately, I already know her story. I watched the Running Shine video on it. It's why I gave Klonoa a chance anyway, in the first place, through his recommendation. So while it sucks that I know the plot to the second game, at least I got to play Klonoa 1 because of it. Please count, please. Oh, god. Oh. I hate this. Why is everything difficult? Like, fine, let me go get the stone mask so I can do this properly. So convoluted. No. I want to be in Southern Swamp. I'd like to put a Sonic game on my mastered list, says BenRy2K. What is a good place to start, really? The very retro Sonic games, they tend to be a bit samey in their achievements. There's going to be a beat the whole game without dying. There's going to be a beat this one level without collecting any rings, and it's always brutally difficult for some reason. There'll be defeat the bosses without getting hit, which depending on the boss can be pretty ludicrous. Yeah, what is a good beginner's friendly? Sonic Adventure 1 on Dreamcast, actually. That one's really nice. It's pretty much just a 100% playthrough. Get all the emblems, do some chow raising. That's it. If you want something more hardcore, there's always Sonic Adventure 2. That one has pair level challenges, and some of them are simple, some of them are bonkers. Sonic Adventure 2 on GameCube, I think, is even more extreme. The Dreamcast one is tame in comparison, if I remember right. I definitely don't recommend Sonic Jam. That one is hardcore, because you have to become a speedrunner. There are time trials, and they are very strict in Sonic 2. You have to learn glitches and warps and all kinds of silly malarkey to pull it off. What other Sonic games are there even really to do? I mean, you got the Wii games, the PS2 games. I can't really give any advice on those, though. They're a bit after my time. I must have tapped out around Sonic 06. You know, I played Unleashed, I played Colors, but I didn't really get that invested. Did play Generations, though that's not on Retro Achievements. It's strange, really. How come 3DS isn't rigged up yet? Something about the memory regions not being exposed? I don't know. I just find it strange that RetroArch makes it so easy to add retro achievements to a game, because all the emulator has to do, is expose a few memory regions through a function. That's it. And then retro achievements can just access the memory and do what it has to. But apparently Citra, either in RetroArch or standalone, it doesn't expose enough memory, so retro achievements can't support the 3DS. But it's like, isn't that easy to fix? You just make the function retain more memory. I'm making it sound simple, but it mostly is. I'm gonna have to bomb hover to the down soldier, aren't I? Deary me. What we got? Ben Rice says, I never finished Sonic 3. Not to sound too bitter, but I don't recommend Sonic 3 all that much. I like Sonic 1 and 2 way more. Sonic 3's levels are all vertical, they're super long. The bosses are more Mario than Sonic, where you're just waiting for the guy to reveal his weak spot. Really don't like it. I was so sad. You know, I grew up with Sonic 1 and 2 on the Mega Drive, and then my dad, when I was a kid, got me Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube, so I got to play Sonic 3, and I just didn't like it. Oh boy, do these guys just keep respawning? Gee whiz, wish I had some health right now. There we go. So how many fences? I think I have to hop 2 fences if I want to get to the soldier. Should be simple enough, as long as these don't give me too much of a hard time. Alright, there we go. Let's do this right. Alright, 1 down. Let's give it another go. Oh, goodness me. Oh, now there's 2 of them. I hope this does not become a habit. Alright, perfect. Now let's get that stone mask and get back to what I'm supposed to be doing. Wait, do I have... Oh, thank goodness. I thought I forgot to get the lens. I think that email finally came through. That's good. So now that I have the stone mask... Yeah, let's go get the seahorse to hopefully get a bottle, so that I can go do the snowhead glitch. Clowncy here going Legend of Zelda to Legend of Bomberman. Is that a trick in Bomberman? Legend of Bomberman? Oh, sorry, that's not the name of the game, is it? I'm thinking of Bomberman. What was it, Hero? That 3D one? Sorry, where the heck am I going? Yeah, I do want to go this way. Alright. So scatterbrained. I think I'm still recoiling from actually pulling off that achievement. Like, it's kind of satisfying, but I don't think it was worth the effort. Also heal before you get royally fucked up. I'm sure I'll be fine. They can't see me. I am invisible. They can't hurt what they cannot see. Which is why they can't hurt my self-confidence. Oh. Hold still. That is a terrible photograph. Don't keep it. Jeez. Come on, that's got to be good enough. Right, here we go. Famous last words. We'll see about that. I did Salesman skip. I can do anything. I'm invincible. Both figuratively and perhaps literally, we'll find out. Let's see if the levers kill me. Let's go. Didn't even get touched. See? I'm untouchable. Finally, here we go. Oh, I didn't get a ball for that? Oh, I'm sucking so bad at this game right now. Right, where are the good places to find a bottle in this game? Let's just do the blooming Cafe Anju quest, I suppose. 2 o'clock, is it too late? Do I have the Anju cafe face? Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's get over there. Hold on a tick, I don't need to be on time. That's just if I need a hotel room. Game, please. So much effort to show off one glitch. My goodness. Alright, it's 5 AM and I've run out of yap. Have had fun tonight. Congrats on the achievement, Mr. Clowncy, and have a good rest of your day. Yeah, thanks, me master. Thanks for joining me. It's been good to have company while going through this agony. You get some rest now. 5 AM though. Wow. I haven't been up that late in a while. But yeah, see ya. And now we wait. Yeah, if I just get the letter from... Oh, you... Oh. Why would Anju kick me out? Idiot. If I get the letter from Cafe, give it to his mother, which I can do without the mask if I'm early enough. You know, the mask to access milk bar. I'll get a bottle of Chateau Romani. Then I'll have 2 bottles and a hookshot and the Zora mask so that I can do the Snowhead skip. I'll probably use save states because I don't want to waste more time than I have to. Let's take that off. Here we go. It's funny, really. Anju says she'll meet you in the kitchen at 11:30, when really it's midnight. It takes her half an hour to walk to the kitchen. Look at that. What a liar. What we got in chat here? I don't know if I have the energy to do Resident Evil Achievers like you did. I did platinum it on PSN though. Yeah, I suppose the retro achievements are slightly harder than on PSN. Because with PSN, I think, to do Invisible Enemy, you just have to do it on very easy. And if you're doing a knife-only playthrough, you just have to do it on very easy. And I also think you are allowed to save, and you're allowed to die. Yeah, okay, I get what you mean. The retro achievement ones are way more hardcore. Pop that in. Now I just have to wait for Cafe to give me the letter. You'd think someone who knows this game as well as I do would know where the heck to find some bottles easily. Actually, I could bottle dupe, but I'd lose my ocarina. I'd rather not do that. Is there no other way? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just stick to the plan. Night of the second day? Is that what I want to do? Yeah. Let's go. I don't need to deliver the pendant. I know that's not important. It can be hard to focus on hard achievements like that when you're streaming and chatting. Yeah, it sure is. I just really wanted proof. I didn't think I'd actually get the achievement because it's so difficult and up to luck. I must have sunk 10, 11 hours into trying to get that achievement. And I just wanted some proof so that when I complained to the administration that this achievement is bogus, I'd have proof that it really is. That I can try for 12 hours and have video proof that I'm consistently providing good button inputs and things are still going wrong. Still though, maybe this could be the start of something. I wouldn't mind streaming as a hobby, I suppose. Winged Kitsune says, since you mentioned Resident Evil... What? What do you got in mind? It's a shame, really. Resident Evil 1 Remake is really the only game I want to get all the retro achievements for. Because the other games... Well, some of the challenges are just really tough. Like Code Veronica, whole game, deathless with a knife. Why? I like Code Veronica and all, but that game's really long and really difficult. I just don't have it in me. But then with like Resident Evil 2, you have Extreme Battle Mode. I don't care about Extreme Battle Mode, I don't want to do that. I wish it was a subset, but it isn't. So if I want to master RE2, I have to do Battle Mode, which I don't want to. I have to do Tofu, I have to do Hunk Mode. Ugh. RE1 Remake doesn't have any bonus modes, unless you count Invisible Enemy and Real Survival, whatever. But I'm fine with those are still just RE1 Remake. Alright, ball obtained, let's reset the time. Kitsune says, Outbreak is similar to Sonic 3. There's meant to be one game, and then we got two. Was it ever, like, finished, or was there meant to be a third game? You should really start streaming more, make it a lot funner than making videos and you actually talk to viewers. You know, you're right, I hate video editing, but you don't edit a stream unless you want to make highlights. So I could stream myself doing like a tutorial, and then if I feel like it someday, I can edit it into an edited down video. Maybe someone else can, who knows. It should be in theory possible to port Outbreak 1 stages to 2 being the same engine with extra polish. Yeah. I'm sure I've seen some people put Ocarina of Time assets in Majora's Mask. Though it's definitely a lot easier now that we have decompilations. Sorry, what the heck am I doing? So to do this trick, I'm going to need milk. Luckily, I know a good place to get some. Though I also need bombs. Oh, and I need a Pona's song. Heavens above. Is there anywhere I can get milk? Oh, man. Like, I don't mean to be a whiner, but it just feels like things keep going wrong today. I need a Pona's song to get the milk. I could go to the milk bar, but I don't know if they serve milk before opening hours. I could glitch. I could bomb hover into the ranch and get Epona's song from there. But I wasn't planning on doing more bomb hovering. Cool, I'm showing off more bomb hovering. Let's go. LFG, as the streamers like to say. Man, I feel like an old man. I'm so old now that I'm complaining about the youth. Like, man, the youngsters talk and behave weird with their 6'7s and their skibbity toilet. I remember when I was the annoying youth. Damn it. Kid, I don't know the code, just let me be. Let me through. Aww. You know, I know for a fact the button said jump. Why did it talk? There we go. Much better. But yeah, I do think once I do the snowhead glitch, I'll wrap things up. Like, this has been fun, but I wasn't planning on streaming for another 5 hours if I didn't have to. But yeah, I think, you know, suffering through that dumb achievement, I may as well top it off by showing you how to do the other ridiculously difficult achievement. Because Cold Achievement, there's a reason it's 50 points. Every other strategy is brutally difficult, from what I can tell. It definitely doesn't look easy. It doesn't look like something I could do. If I tried, I'm sure I would fail horribly. Because it's a bunch of really, really wacky, perfect navigation. You're in a snowstorm, you're in a blizzard, as the Goron trying to roll against the wind to get in a good spot to then become a human Link. Then you have to do an infinite sword glitch and then navigate this really awkward terrain, dodging snow boulders, and ugh. No, it's not my idea of a good time. I would rather do that. That'll be 5 more hours, lol. Oh yeah, you wait and see. It just doesn't seem like my idea of a good time. I would rather do the hookshot trick and Zora lunging, or whatever the names for these tricks are. Right, off to Milk Road to dodge a boulder, instead of just doing the powder keg training. I swear my stubbornness will be the end of me. Okay. I managed to do the glitch where you get the extra owl statue. Nice one. Was that... How'd you do that? Did you do the remote hookshot hover, or did you do that weird Deku stick extension? I haven't tried that one. The stick extension. Oh, why did I do that? I didn't know you could terrorize him with bombs. That is funny. Wow. Okay, I have ISG now. Ben Rice says, yes, I like the stream, I'd watch more. That's good to know. I hope I don't come across as too milquetoast. When I was a kid, I was an aspiring Let's Player with my cousin. Didn't really go anywhere though. So now, I just need to do... Okay, so you can Bombchu hover off of the ground. You don't need a ledge, you don't need a ramp. It's just harder. You need to do 2 frame perfect Bombchu hovers to get high enough off the ground before Link starts falling. Through kind of floor magnetism, it's hard to explain. So, 1, 2, there we go, now I'm hovering. I am getting close to the wall, so I'm going to switch over to Blast Mask. I hope I still have the muscle memory for this. Good, good. You have to do the Deku stick thing where it fires arrows, then hit the owl statue that's in another area. Yeah, that is the extendy stick that I was thinking of then. I've never done that one, I've just used the hookshot trick to get that statue. It's the same hookshot trick I actually have to do to get into Snowhead. I should really be save stating actually, I don't want to have to do more than I need to. Let's turn off those hardcore achievements, methinks. Link, don't do that, come on. Okay, here we go. The annoying thing about Blast Mask is you have to fast forward, otherwise you're going to sit there all day waiting for it to recharge. Here we go. So, I am now on this ledge here. I'm not done though. You can't walk around the boulder. Why did he do that? I'm supposed to still have infinite sword glitch. Why did he walk off a ledge? Why am I walking off ledges? I lost infinite sword glitch, but I'm hovering. That's not happened to me before, has it? Okay, well, I'll just get ISG again. No biggie. There we go. First try, baby. Okay, so now Link isn't going to jump off the ledge. Yeah, see? This is what ISG does. So now, yeah, just bomb hover around. With bomb hovering, you are limited in the directions you can go. You can't go forward unless you reorient the camera, but that requires locking onto the bomb chute as it's blowing up. It sucks. But you can go back, and then you can side hop. So you have some range of motion. Is it me, or is fast forwarding not going as fast as it should be? This feels slower than before. And Super Mario Bro 123 says, yeah, I hope you're not gone for another year after this. What's your name? Ah! Well, yeah, with any luck, yeah, maybe this will become a habit. If I'm going to go grinding for retro achievements, maybe I can actually make an event of it. I just have to stay positive. I am quite a crank, and I can only imagine it's a bit unpleasant, you know, to be subject to. Me ranting and raving like, oh, this game can suck my balls, and, you know, all that gamer rage, whatever. Man, one thing I wish emulators would fix already is I'm convinced the analog sticks are not this bad on a real N64. Because I once played, my cousin has an N64 with Majora's Mask, so I got to play it on original hardware, and it was so much better. You could actually aim in that game, but this is stiff with a huge dead zone, but also it's way too sensitive. Like, you cannot go a little, you can only go full speed. It's like I'm using a D-pad with 300 directions. Don't feel good at all. And I know there are issues with emulating the N64's analog stick. The range is different. The N64 doesn't go all the way. It's an octagonal shape, and it probably has a different curve to it as well. I mean, obviously, you know, I can complain all I want. Why don't I do it? I know how to program. I could edit that into an emulator. Though, without access to real hardware and a flash card and some test homebrew, I can't really verify that any changes I make are truly accurate. Okay, finally, I now have Epona's song. What do I need this for? Right, for the milk. Yeah, I know there are cows here, but I don't believe you can milk any of them, which is really, really weird. Because I can go up to a cow right now and play Epona's song, and I will not get milk for it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's because obviously I'm outdoors, so Epona will just respond to the song instead. So I guess the developers didn't want you to summon Epona and obtain milk. I know, it's just annoying. Because it means I have to come all the way over here and use a bomb to get some milk. Link trying to blow himself up challenge. That's right, I know that meme. I'm hip. I'm nearly 30, but I'm hip. There we go. Now I might be thinking, why the hell do I need 2 bottles and some milk? Just you wait, this glitch is a weird one. I can imagine how it works, the game's just kind of jank, but I don't know, unless you know the technical details, it's just an anomaly. Because you see, you need to use the hook shot, which I don't have. Fred, why didn't you get the hook shot? Oh my goodness. I should just rename this stream putting my foot in my mouth. We're doing some stealth sections, baby. Let's go. Yeah, the trick is you use the hook shot, but as you're using it, you drink some milk, and by doing that, you interrupt the hookshot's logic, but you don't cancel it, you just pause it, right? And then you can unpause it later. But because you can pause it and then resume it, you can move, you can change your aim, and this allows you to kind of, well, basically, you fire 2 hookshots at once. And you want to do that so the hookshot will interrupt itself. And then by doing that, you just bug out Link's physics and he hovers. That allows you to hover straight to Snowhead, completely ignoring the blizzard that's going on nearby. I hope I don't die on the way over. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. I should... yeah, I should be able to bomb hover this. I do have enough bombs, don't I? Yeah, okay. First try. I'm getting good at that. The timing when you bomb chew hover actually affects where you go. Of course, if you leave it till later, you won't gain height, but you will move further. You'll have more distance. So there is strategy to bomb chew hovering. I think I'm safe. Let's just pull sword. There we go. So that's how you get into the Pirate's Fortress without going through the sewers. I actually had to go through this area without the stone mask earlier. Oh, Ben Rice says... definitely would be useful to learn to hover. Yeah. I think, again, the hard bit is pulling off the infinite sword glitch, though I think it's possible to do using that dancer's mask. I've seen someone use crouch stabbing with the dancing mask to get ISG. So maybe there are better ways to do it than stabbing a bomb. I'm just stubborn. Stabbing a bomb is how I do it in Ocarina of Time, so I just do it here. But once you get over that learning curve, yeah, hovering's great. You can just get to a part of the game and be like, you know what, I don't like this, and skip it. It's great. Because who does want to go through the sewers in the Pirate Fortress? I mean, come on, it's dull. Right, there we are. I'm trying to remember, didn't the Japanese version not have arrows here? Which meant if you didn't have arrows, you were just out of luck. I wonder if that's what was it, Aonuma? Like, series director or whatever. He said after Majora's Mask came out, there were quite a few review meetings where he was criticised or whatever for how the game turned out. And I don't know if that has to do with if that's just because of how Majora's Mask is with the save system and the time limit, or if it's because of tiny things that were changed between the Japanese and English versions, maybe. Because I like the game itself. I know it's got it's a bit of an acquired taste, but I quite like the base game. But seeing how many things they changed from Japanese to English, there's got to be a reason those were changed, right? Like even Goron Link, his camera works differently when you're getting items. It could be a small cosmetic thing, or maybe some higher up was like, why would you do that? That looks stupid, change it. Anyway, finally have the hook shot. It's about damn time. I'm sure a speedrunner would have beaten the game by now. Though I suppose there's still a little more setup to do. I have to get to Snowhead. Of course, once you strike an owl statue, you can't do the hidden owl statue index warps anymore, which is a shame. So that is another cool thing. It is pretty cool to warp to areas not necessarily having been there. Though you still have to visit an area to unlock that part on the map so that you can select it, so that you can negative owl warp to it. I mean, I don't know, it's a bit gimmicky. Speaking of gimmicky, this glitch. Alright, we're finally here. It's been a long time coming. So, to do what we need to do, need hookshot, need bottle, and you also need an empty bottle occupying another inventory slot. Let me get closer. This may take a few attempts. I know there's a better setup, but I just do it this way. I have to walk up to this wooden pole, hookshot it up close, but then drink milk before it actually does anything. Like this. No! I thought I had it. Okay, let's just walk a bit in front of it first. Oops, that was not the pause button, Fred. That was the fast forward button. Okay, looking good. Let's save. So you need to aim the hookshot, but then go third person, then drink milk. Now let's test if that works. I'm going to make another save state. If I pull out the hookshot... Yeah! I think that did it. I think I've put it in the glitched state. So as you can see, I've glitched the hookshot. When I pull it out, it does this for some reason. This is important. So now, I need to come over here. I need to climb this mountainside. There's this polygon right here, this vertex. If you cross it, you'll enter a loading zone, so don't cross it. But you are going to want to side hop over it. There we go. Just keep going. There we go. I'm wrapping around the back of the little hill here. Climb to the top. I am doing this, aren't I? Doing this right? Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Why is this here? I've never encountered a keys up here. Sorry, I'm trying to remember quite what I need to do. So I need to pull out the hook shot, and as I'm pulling it out, I need to load an item in the inventory over the hook shot. But I also need to be stood in a good place for that. So let's stand here. Get another save state off while we're at it. So now... Okay, so Link is pulling out the hook shot, but he hasn't finished. I'm now going to put a mask over it, and... I believe... Oh. Didn't that do it right? I don't think I'm doing it right. I'm supposed to be, like, hovering right now. I think I'm just in regular ISG or something. Or not. No, okay, I've done something wrong. Let's try that again. I'm not misremembering, am I? Pull out the hook shot. But then as I'm pulling it out, put an item over it. Is my timing off, maybe? Okay. Nah, that's got to be way too late. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, I may have set up that first hook shot wrong then. Because I need to actually be aiming at this pole. Oh, come on, I can do better than that. Okay, let's save over that. There we go. Sorry, I got it wrong. It's supposed to do this. It's supposed to pull you over while absolutely freaking out. That is what we need. So, now we climb the hill. And yeah, the whole requirement that you have milk and you have to use milk, it means if you mess up, you have to go get more milk. You should probably just save scum with the owl statue. Save, copy your save, load your save. If you fail, copy your old save over your new save and try again. It's annoying, but it's less annoying than having to constantly go fetch milk. So, we're here. Let's try that again. New save state. Pull out the hook shot, but as Link is... Come on. As Link is pulling it out, equip a mask over the hook shot. I think I may have done that wrong. Come on. Is that it? No. Oh. Ben Rice says, this is a cool glitch. It's funny how the hookshot stretches out. Yeah, it is a bit of a visual anomaly. Am I supposed to be, like, holding L2 or something? I may have to look at documentation for this glitch. Because this isn't supposed to happen either. What is going on? Come on. ZeldaSpeedruns.com has all this documentation on these tricks. What I'm looking for is remote hookshot and remote hookshot / hover. So, what is it? Pressing the hookshot button will normally bring it, yeah, whatever. But by equipping something over to it before it latches onto its target, causes the remote hookshot to tug Link once and then pull him in a hover state. The easiest way is to be close to the target, pause and equipping over the hookshot. If the remote hookshot is farther from the target, then the window for equipping over the hookshot to enter the hover state is 6 frames prior. Okay, maybe I triggered the first glitch a little late. I think I might be able to work with it. I just have to time this bit differently. Can't believe I'm pause buffering again. I never want to pause buffer again in my life. Right, is that good enough? Here we go. Alright, this is it. Look, I can't move. Now I put on the Zora's mask, just because he's a bit quicker, and I can begin just slashing at the air. This is the only way to move. But as you can see, I'm hovering. Let me just speed this up. Oh, don't do that, Link. Come on. Okay, note to self, if you button mash, you will die. Or you'll soft lock. Cool. So do not button mash. At least don't button mash 3 times. There you have chat back. There we go. Hello, chat. Obviously, I recommend practicing this with save states just because trying again and again and again is a bit annoying. There are far worse tricks to try over and over again, like that Happy Mask Salesman one. Hang on, am I in the right spot? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to get to the top of this polygon. Yeah, here we go. This is pretty much perfectly level with where we need to be. So now, we... Oh dear. I shouldn't have locked on. Is there a way to get out of this? Let's see. I'm glad I didn't make any of these mistakes when I was going for the achievement. Wow. Really should have saved state when I got to the top of that hill. But I thought it was okay to L target. Whatever. Deary me. Ben Rice says, hopefully you'll stream again. Yeah, I'd like to, I think. If I'm going crazy achievement hunting. It's not like my fiance is too into watching me grind away at video games, you know. I think she'd rather pass on that. So it'd be good to have company. Okay, I'm definitely save staying when I get up here because I don't like repeating myself. So now... You know, I don't get it. I can't go first person. I can't L target when I'm here. Whatever, fine. I'll just do it manually, right? I don't need to move the camera. And so this is it. After getting into the right position, getting in the right glitch state, being in the right elevation, I can just slash my way over to the entrance. Honestly, I'm not even sure if climbing the wall is necessary. I know this is like the speedrunner strat, because it saves the most time, but in theory, couldn't you just slash your way along the floor? Because I'm pretty sure touching the floor doesn't take you out of this glitched state. So you could just slash your way along the bottom, then climb the spiral to get into the entrance, instead of having to climb the walls. Either or. I don't think it's that error prone. Still, this was a pleasant surprise, because this was an achievement I did fairly late. I did try and do all of the hard achievements first, but you need to do a new game to do this achievement. You need to not have... Wait, sorry, am I making that up? No, sorry, I don't think you need to do a new game for this. It's not that you can't have the Goron's Lullaby, you just can't use it. Either way, yeah, I put this one off fairly late into my playthrough, and I was worried that, like the Happy Mask Salesman achievement, this one was going to be a showstopper, that it was going to be so brutally difficult that I'd have to give up on the set entirely, or grind like a madman for 12 hours. And maybe it would have been if I did the legit strat that real speedrunners use. They don't do this. This is way too slow. Instead, they do some crazy stuff where they go through the fairy grotto, they glitch into the fairy grotto, then exit out to here, then roll as the Goron against the blizzard, then use infinite sword glitch to prevent Link from being able to fall off the edges, all while being blown about by the snowstorm, by the way. Yeah, it's a mess. What did you need to do exactly for this 12-hour achievement? It was the one I was doing at the beginning of the stream, where I'm just button mashing like a madman, hoping that the game will finally let me succeed, because I don't know if you saw, but I actually demonstrated using input macros that the game is random. You can pause the exact same way with the exact same timing, and it'll either do 0 frames, 1 frame, or 2. And there is nothing you can do about it. So it's not that I'm very bad at maintaining a rhythm with pausing and unpausing. No, it's just the game is random. No amount of perfection will help you. That's why it took 12 hours. Yeah, you did join right as I finished. Look at you. I wish I could have skipped those first 10 hours. Still though, I'm glad that it only took 2 5-hour sessions and then a brief 1-hour one to finally nail it. Admittedly, part of it was me messing up. You can limit the number of frames you have to do if you get positioned absolutely perfectly, and I, being an idiot, was stood in the wrong place. I was unpausing at the wrong time, I was making Link turn around at the wrong time, and so I would have been done with this like 7 hours ago had I not set myself up for failure. But anyhow, so yeah, there you go. that's how you get into Snowhead without Goron's Lullaby. It's surprising how many different glitches there are. You know, bomb chew hovering doesn't solve everything. Sometimes you need a weird hookshot glitch involving bottles of milk. But yeah, okay, I think that's enough streaming for now. Like, man, I've been doing this for 2 days straight. But thanks for watching. It's been nice having some company. I hope they fix that achievement, because I don't want other people to have to do this. There is nothing I can do to help people beyond ward them away from doing this until it's fixed, or until emulators get good, or a setting is found that makes this consistent. I don't know, just don't do this to yourself. Every other achievement is fantastic, like this Snowhead one, load of fun. Happy Mask Salesman? Terrible, don't do it. It's not worth it. I was pulling my own hair out, you'll be pulling your hair out. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have another stream in the future. Don't know what, it won't be this though. So, hope to see you then. Bye.